Hi, I'm Steve Mitchell from the Modern Gentleman website at themichelli.com, and in this episode I've got an interview with Aaron Marino from I Am Alpha M. About a year ago I wrote an article all about Aaron Marino and the fact that he was launching his new subscription website, I Am Alpha M. I had to confess in that video that I'd been watching Aaron's YouTube channel for ages, and I had to confess that Aaron was my guilty pleasure. You know, I couldn't help but tune in on a weekly basis and see what kind of videos that he was going to post up, because they were very factual, but more importantly, they were a great sense of humor. So it was a great way of getting some really good quality content over. So as soon as I found out he was going to be launching I Am Alpha M, I had to review it. You know, I wanted to be one of the first to review it, and I got on board early and I subscribed and I paid with my own hard-earned cash. And that love affair of that website lasted for a few months. Unfortunately, only for me, right? I unsubscribed, and part of the unsubscribing, I had to give my feedback as to why I was unsubscribing. And at the time I felt, well, do you know what? The paid for content was very similar to the free content he was giving away on his YouTube channel. So I was losing the understanding of why I was paying for this extra content. So that was a year ago, right? So let's fast forward to about 2 weeks ago, and out the blue I got an email from Aaron, and Aaron said, look Steve, you know, I appreciate you unsubscribed, but it's all changed over at I Am Alpha M. Come over, check it out, and see what you think. So I go back to I Am Alpha M, and lo and behold, it's no longer a subscription site. And since the last time I was there, Aaron must have put up hundreds and hundreds of videos. I mean, there is so much content there. Maybe too much content, you know. There are videos on subjects that I would never touch on The Modern Gentleman. That guy is a brave soul. He is a brave soul. But there's also some great style tips in there as well. So what I did is I contacted Aaron and I said, look, you know, rather than just doing the same sort of review I did last time, why don't we do an interactive question and answer interview, right? So I will take my questions and I'll send them over to you, and you take your answers, and we will get a real good interactive interview for hopefully both sets of readers, right? So both lots of subscribers. So before we dive into the questions, I'm gonna introduce you and hand you over to Aaron, and hopefully he can tell you about himself, his site and his services in his own words. So Aaron, over to you.
Dude, you didn't have to go into all the detail about how you quit my site because the videos sucked for a while. That's all right, Steve. I forgive you, and we're here now, and that's really what counts. And it really is, because Steve, I would from the bottom of my heart like to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to come on your site, which has been an incredible resource for not only me, but for a ton of guys that I know. It really comes through how much you love what you do and how passionate you are about style and helping other guys. And that's something that really was my main objective when I created I Am Alpha M. When it started, it was a membership site, and I did that for, I don't know, probably about 6 months before I was just really frustrated. I'm like, I'm creating all of this content and it could be so useful and beneficial to so many guys out there, but quite frankly, I got to make a living. But then I was like, you know, I think there's a way. And so basically for the past 6 months, I worked towards actually launching a big public site. And what I Am Alpha M is basically the past 2 years of my life, where I have created about 1,500 videos and articles on all things men's style, grooming, fitness, and some other stuff that really doesn't fit into a category other than Alpha M. We're talking about etiquette, we're talking about social issues, we're talking about how to be a decent guy. And really, it's just been a labor of love, and I'm so happy that I could share it with the world.
Of all of the fashion faux pas and style mistakes that guys make, what's the worst mistake that men can make? Or what is the one mistake that really drives you nuts?
Now this is a great question, and my answer never changes because I've been asked this before, and really the biggest pet peeve that I have, that I see guys making, is that they're not wearing clothes that fit them properly. One tip that I would give guys, when you're going shopping, you need to try and size down. And what this means, basically, if you go in and you're like, oh, I'm an extra large, try the large, see how it looks. Is it super snug? Probably not. Guys are notorious for wearing clothes that are too big, thinking, oh, it's more comfortable. What happens is you just create all this extra fabric, all this extra room, and it just kills the entire look. So the number one thing I would recommend for guys to do is to size down. Try the smaller size and wear clothing that fits.
In your style videos, you seem to get plenty of questions from international followers, including plenty here in the UK. So what is it about your style that makes it sort of cross those boundaries of country? Because style is quite a regional thing. When you think of the American style or the European style and, you know, the slightly different British style, you know, your advice seems to transcend all of that. So what's your secret?
That is a great question, and one that I'm actually still trying to figure out the answer to, but it was so interesting to me when I started posting YouTube videos how I was getting all these interactions from guys from all around the world. Now, you know, in the US, people dress differently depending on the region, but I think one of the reasons why I resonate with so many people from across the world is that I don't really do things that are super trendy. I really stick to classic styles and timeless options. And, you know, it's one of those things where if you stick to the basics, you're in style here, you're in style in Bangladesh, you're in style in Australia. And really, I think that's one of the reasons why sort of it's caught on a little bit and people tend to identify with what I'm talking about.
From all your hundreds of videos, which one was your favorite and which one was the most difficult to make?
Ooh, you are really asking for a lot, having me try to... You realize I've done like 1,500 of these things. Honestly, I think my favorite videos are the ones that I actually get to interact with people. They're the most fun for me to film. You know, they're not necessarily my most popular videos, but I love interacting. I love the banter between people, and I'm fairly quick on my feet and can really get people to drop their guard. And so there was this one woman named Regina that I was filming a video. I was outside. She came up, started messing with my camera, and she sat down and we talked for like 5 minutes, and her boyfriend was there. It just got really awkward and funny, and it was probably my most memorable video. As far as ones that I don't like, you know, I generally like doing all of them. Regardless of if it's a topic that I need to talk about and I don't necessarily know 100% of what I'm going to say ahead of time, I love the part of what I do that gets to research, learn, look up, and see what other people's point of views are. So really there isn't a video that I hated. There are some videos that other people hated, but I'm not going to mention them.
What is your signature scent?
Yes, if there was a scent, musk, Steve, musk. We're very musky at Alpha M, but actually we're not because we talk about all those manscaping issues. But seriously, a cologne. The one that I'm currently wearing is a Dolce & Gabbana cologne called The One or something like that. It smells nice, it's light, it doesn't last real long. That is the one negative. It's got a very low oil content, and so it's not like old school Polo when you squirt a half a pump and it's like knocking people out across the hall all day long. This stuff dissipates very fast. You know, but I'm like most guys when it comes to cologne. I'll find one that I like and then I'll buy like bottle after bottle after. I've got to force myself to change because I'd still be wearing Jacquard if it was up to me.
With so many men coming to you for style advice, where do you get your inspirations from? Do you follow any websites, or do you subscribe to any magazines, or do you have any favorite icons? You know, what inspires you?
Honestly, I get a lot of ideas and a lot of my inspiration from mannequins that have been dressed by people that dress mannequins in the different department stores and stores. Seriously, they get paid a lot of money to go around and pick and coordinate. And I'm telling you, a lot of times I'd be like, oh my God, I never thought of wearing orange and brown and pink and green. And then I'll try it and it just looks awesome. GQ magazine also has some good looks. a lot of times, but the downside to GQ magazine and really any of those men's magazines is that they are incredibly expensive. And my friends, probably you, Steve, I don't know, but maybe not you, but I can't afford hair. I mean, you've got shoes for $3,000, $4,000 for a pair of shoes? Are you kidding me? Jackets, a sport coat that's $1,700. Not me. So I go into stores and I actually will look at the mannequins to see what they're wearing. Or if I am reading a men's magazine like a GQ or Esquire, I'll look and then I'll see how I can cheapen it up and dumb it down a little bit. But that's really where I get my inspiration and ideas. It's actually from other people doing the work. I'm a cheater.
So on a night out with Mrs. Alpha M, what's your favorite drink of choice?
That's an easy one. Bourbon on the rocks. I love bourbon, I love scotch, I love Irish whiskey. I am a whiskey drinker.
And finally, what can we expect to see from you over the next 12 months? There's been a lot of change, you know, with I Am Alpha M over the last 12 months, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's next.
12 months? Man, I can't think that far in advance. Let's focus 12 weeks. I plan on doing a lot more interactive videos, getting out of my studio and out into the public, going into stores, going and meeting people, talking to people on the street. I really enjoy those videos and guys seem to really like that. I just recently launched an apparel line and a men's accessory line. I'm going to try and add some products there and sort of just take it as it comes. I've really enjoyed having this public site. It's just allowed me to be more creative and do what I love doing, which is focus on the video, focus on the content, and really provide some great products for people. And, you know, as long as I can keep doing that, I'm going to do it for as long as I can. But that's pretty much it. The next 6 weeks. But beyond that, I have no idea. It's been great, and I've had it up now for about a month and a half, and I'm loving it again. And the passion is back, and I'm just really enjoying creating content again, and that was gone for a little while. So I'm thrilled, I'm loving it, and I just would like to thank you so much, Steve, for letting me come on. Guys, if you want to come check out my videos, check out some products, please visit iamalpham.com. There's a lot of information, probably too much, but we're posting new stuff every weekday, Monday through Friday, so come check it out. And Steve, I would just like to thank you so much for this opportunity and to congratulate you on creating such an amazing site. Guys, you are very lucky to have found him. Thanks, Steve.
Right, so there you have it. That was Aaron Marino from I Am Alpha M. And if you haven't already, make sure you get over to his website. He has got tons of content. It's all absolutely first rate, and lots of it is very funny. And, you know, even modern gentlemen like myself can find something, you know, can learn something from going over to Aaron's site, which I do, I must confess, on a regular basis. I'm sorry, Aaron, I admit it. Anyway, so if you haven't already, please like this video, please subscribe. If you haven't been over to the Modern Gentleman website, get yourself over there, get on our mailing list, get yourself on Aaron's mailing list, and you will get regular updates from both of us. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm Steve Mitchell. Thank you.